is from my first book that I wrote in 2009, and it's called I Found My Voice. And the title of this poem is called Goodbye, Ego. Goodbye to neuroticisms and comparisons and regrets. Goodbye to what they said I would or wouldn't be, do or have. Goodbye to the roller coaster of low days and high days based on what's happening on the outside. Goodbye to childhood fears and decisions and limitations. Goodbye to keeping all the balls in the air at the expense of my own happiness. Goodbye to material illusions of happiness, while my soul yearns for true depth and growth. Goodbye to the mask of social hypnotism, agreeing on the outside while silently disagreeing on the inside. Today, I go within. I find my authentic self. I embrace it. I treasure it. I sit with it. Goodbye, ego. The next one . Suppose the world was safe for you and I, just waiting for the real you and I to come forward. Suppose there really was still time left for you and I to live our dreams outrageously. Suppose everything you ever desired was truly obtainable for you and obtainable for my eye. Suppose the love of your life was already in your life, already in my life, and you and I were enjoying it all. Suppose money was no problem. Imagine that. Every desire, every need, whatever you desire to do to make the world a place was already at your fingertips. Imagine. Suppose it was so. Suppose there were no homeless. Suppose there were housing for everybody. Suppose that you were doing what you absolutely love to do and you were well paid for it. Suppose our children were happy because they had time with their parents and time to see granny and auntie and uncle. Suppose we were a real community. Suppose. Imagine that. Suppose every little teeny weeny, every big thing that you and I and we and they and her and she and he were worrying about was already resolved, already worked out. The answer to the problem already before us and we were acting upon it. Suppose your best days were before you and not behind you. Suppose it didn't matter what age you were, that the world was an open place for you. And the thing that you came to do, the thing that you came to give, the thing that you aspire to do from the very depths of your soul was waiting and open and available. Just suppose. Suppose you were free from the things that have kept you down in the past. Suppose the past didn't matter. Suppose where you came from didn't matter. Suppose what holy book you read didn't matter. Just suppose, imagine a different world. a bigger world, a brighter world, a better world for you and I. Just suppose. Now, suppose you were free from all of the things that seem to get in and worry you, and you wonder, am I good enough? Am I tall enough? Am I large enough? Am I small enough? Is my eyes the right color? Is my hair right? Am I thinking right? Just suppose you were okay, just like you are. Suppose you were accepted and not rejected. Suppose your home was happy and not sad. Just suppose. Imagine that. Now suppose all of this is true. And my question to you is, then what? What will you do when you get the answer? What will you do when you have enough money? Who will you help? Who will you speak to? Who will you help go up across the street? What old person will you check on? Just suppose everything is all worked out for you. Now what? Suppose.
Well, we can go home after that. Nothing else to say. Oh my God. I'm gonna take a few minutes and let my musicians kind of just play whatever. Okay.